to make you giggle.
Bring somebody.
How to make you laugh from the gut, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've got someone who is creative and innovative and has stepped out of her box. She is not a PMA board member right now. She is Kathy Kriseler. Come on!
No pressure here. Thank you. I do have a little housekeeping. There was a fountain pen found, a burgundy fountain pen, and Nicholas has it, so you can see him if you lost your fountain pen. Okay? All right. Are we ready to have some fun? Okay. So I want to talk about my children a little bit. My 3-year-old was testing me very much. And this was my strong-willed child. If any of you have children, you have a strong-willed child, she's the one that they wrote the book about. Me and Jesus got real close with this baby. We really did. So she was 3 years old. She'd gotten in trouble. And we put her in a corner. And so my husband brings her out. He gets down nose to nose and he says, I think that deserves a spanking. What do you think? And she had all of the, I don't know, confidence that a 3-year-old can have. And she said, oh no, Daddy, that's a prophecy from God. You're not going to spank me. A prophecy from God? Really? So I had to leave the room because I lost it. And my husband kept a straight face. And he come in the room, I'm like, what are you going to do? And he's like, I can't mess with a prophecy from God. Right? So I called the pastor. I said, I don't know if the adults are getting your sermons, but the 3-year-olds are picking it up. I just want you to be aware. Luckily, she never used that on us again, but yeah, that could have been a problem with that one. So I had 3 children, and it was very difficult. Different ages, what works one week doesn't work the next. So we created the bad jar. And when nobody was in trouble, we all sat around and we made up a list of punishments. So then when they got in trouble, I didn't have to think of something, it was just go to the jar, right? So they're sitting there going, so at that time we didn't have a dishwasher. So it was, they gotta do dishes for 2 months by themselves. It's like, okay, rein it back a little bit, right? Let's, so we had it like you had to do dishes by yourself, you had to do a book report, that was always a good one. You had to do everybody else's chores. So it was worse to have to walk to draw your fate. Because they all knew what was in the jar, right? That was like, they're like, spank me, because I know what's in there, and I don't want that. But we did put in grace, because the Lord does give us grace when we don't deserve it. We thought, well, that'd be a good thing. So we didn't have a college fund for our children. We had a counseling jar. Because we knew ourselves, we knew we were going to mess them up. You don't mean to, but it happens, And we know they're eventually going to have to go to counseling, so we're just going to, there's no Pell Grants for that, right? So we're like, we'll just, start a little fun, and so one time, my son was 11, and he comes to me and he goes, Mom, is there anything special about our family history? And this story poured out of me as if it was the gospel. I said, well, we're not your parents, we're your guardians. And it is our job to protect you and keep you safe until it's time for you to take your place on the throne. You are the great-great-grandson of Lord Drakemore, the Vampire King. I don't know why. And he was like, huh? And so we get those little pointy teeth, right? Yeah. You've been thinking about flying a lot, right? Yeah. You have a really hard time sleeping when it's a full moon, right? Yeah. Well, that's werewolves, but it worked. And it was so, and what made it even more precious was Dateline was doing a special, and they had commercials on vampires are real. So for 3 days, I had him convinced he was a vampire. My husband was so mad at me. You're like, what is the matter with you? I'm like, I don't know. I can't help it. So our children are all grown. When they're going to college, I mean, when you get to empty nest, that's really fun. That was a really fun time for us. We got to where, I'm sorry, I got a hair that's going rogue. We got to where we could pull up into a college, offload, and be gone in 20 minutes. We were good. So we'd be walking out, we'd be high-fiving. My son's like, I can still hear you! But then they would come home. I mean, it's great they like to come home, right? But one would come home one weekend, and one would come home the next, and I'm like, look, I can't miss you if you don't stay gone. Just a little bit. Like, we're really wanting to have a little alone time. So I'm a people person. I think that strangers are just friends I haven't met yet. And when I go to the grocery store, you know how you go up and down the aisle and you see the same person the whole time through the store? So I go in and I target somebody and I'm like, hi, my name is Kathy. We're going to be shopping together today. Glad to know you. So every time we go up and down the aisle, there's an exchange like, ooh, are those your snacks or your hubby's snacks, right? And by the end of the shopping trip, we're planning when we're going to meet again, going out for coffee. I mean, you just got to have fun with this stuff. So I was in the grocery store with my daughter, and there was this couple, and they were debating very seriously about Gladware, the stuff that you put leftovers in. And she didn't know what size, and the husband was getting frustrated. And she was putting the weight of the world on this decision. It was going to solve the racism problem. She was really like this concerned. So I walk by and I just say, go big or go home. She stared at me like she was going to kill me, like those death darts. And my daughter's like, Mom, not everybody thinks you're as adorable as you do. I'm like, well, that's a shame because I'm really a lot of fun. So her and I, we went to Myrtle Beach and it was Harley Week. So picture Harley Week. And a friend of mine was supposed to go and she couldn't, so she gave me text challenges, right? So she wants me in Harley Week to find someone with cornrows and get a selfie with them. That's not a typical Harley rider. So we're walking down the boardwalk in Myrtle Beach, and I see this young man and his girlfriend, and I'm like, excuse me, sir, can I get a selfie with you? I'm on a vacation challenge. He's like, all right, so he's like turning his head. You gotta get a really good picture. His girlfriend looks at me like I'm crazy. And I'm like, no, you need to get in the picture too. We're gonna have a lot of fun. So I did that one. Well, then they wanted me to sit on a Harley. Well, you don't sit on someone's Harley. That could get you killed. So you just don't do that. So I failed. So we're sitting in the airport, and off the plane comes this giant man, like 6'5", and he's got a Harley jacket on. So I'm like, excuse me, sir, but I'm on a vacation challenge, and I'd like to have a picture with you in your jacket. All right, so he takes his jacket off, puts it on me, it goes down to my knees. We're getting pictures, we're having all kinds of fun. And my daughter's like, aren't you ever worried about talking to people? And I'm like, do I look menacing? Like, I'm not threatening anyway. I said, and I made his vacation. Everybody that he talks to, he's going to talk about that buxom, purple-haired woman in the airport wanting his picture. Right? So, I don't know if anybody's gotten a robocall. You get these robocalls? So my husband and I, we get a robocall. And it says that there's 4 warrants out for our arrest. If we don't call by 5 o'clock, the local authorities are going to come and arrest me. So I group text my adult children. And I say, well, your dad and I's sordid past has caught up with us. We got to go on the run. It's been great raising you guys. We love you. Have a good life. So my oldest texts back, I have bail money, but just for one of you. And my husband says, well, who are you going to pick? She's like, oh, no, you have to decide who is going to get out of jail. So I text back, and I say, you need to pick your dad. He'd be someone's bitch in 10 minutes. We've been married for 38 years. I choose to spend the rest of my life with him. He says, yeah, what she says. And one night there was this horrific storm, and all of a sudden our basement door busts down, and there's growling and snarling in our basement. There is an 8-foot bear in our basement. So my husband and I were standing at the top of the stairs. He's got the gun, and he goes, okay, you go down there. And when it attacks you, I'll shoot it. And then pushes me down the stairs. Luckily, I was greeted by our terrified Irish setter, but still, going down the stairs, it was an 8-foot bear. But I do love him, and I'm so glad I'm on this journey with him. But I don't understand him. He goes to the refrigerator, and he opens the door like this, and turns his head like this. Where's the ketchup? Like, it's just automatic. He doesn't even look. And I'll tell him where it is, and he still can't find it till I get up and walk over. But he can spot a deer a half a mile away, driving 80 miles an hour down the expressway. So I can't figure it out, right? But he can't find the ketchup. So does anybody donate blood? Right? Good for you. Everybody should donate blood. The life you save could be the relative you don't like. Okay? So when you go and donate, we all got them, and sometimes it's us. So when you donate blood, they ask you the questions. Do you do street drugs? No. Do you share needles? No. Do you have sex for money? Absolutely.